guys, and welcome back to my channel. Now in today's video I will be sharing with you how to apply for your Jamaican passport here in the United States. Now if you've been here in the United States and your Jamaican passport is expired or is about to be expired, you can get that renewed here in the United States. Continue watching this video so I can share with you different ways how you can renew your Jamaican passport in the United States. Now, there's more than one way you can apply for your Jamaican passport here in the United States. And I'll point those out as we look at the form together. Okay guys, so here is the form which can be found on the website. The link will be in the description below. Section A should be completed. That asks for your personal information, your surname, your first name, your maiden name, okay, and also your occupation, if you're married, your eye color, date of birth, sex, basic information. That's what they're gathering there for Section A. They also want to know your permanent address and also your mailing address. For Section B, this is where you're going to complete, if you are married, the date of marriage, place of marriage, country of marriage, and stuff like that. And here on page 2, when you look at that rectangular box, that's where your signature goes. If it's an adult who's applying, the adult signs. If the child is over 12 years, then the child needs to sign their signature. And the signature should not touch the box. Section C requires a consent for the minor child to get the passport. Whichever parent is applying for the child's passport needs to sign this section and date it. For Section D, you will want to find your expired passport or about to be expired passport and put the information in from that passport. When you got it, when it expired, all the information it's asking for. In Section E, the declaration of applicant, if it's a minor child over the age of 12, that child needs to sign Section E and the signatures must match to the signature on the top of page 2. For Section F, this is where we talk about the emergency contact person, and you can have up to 2 contact persons. For Section G, you're going to need a notary public to sign off on your document. Please note that the entire sections A to F must be completed before you take this to the notary public. And you can find a notary public either at your bank, your local libraries, your workplace. I know the local libraries, you can pay a fee and get your application form signed. Take it there, get it signed and stamped. Section H talk about people who needs to wear headgear. And Section I needs to be completed by applicants born outside of Jamaica. So if you're here in the United States but you were born in Jamaica, you don't need to fill that form out. If you have any supplemental information, you can put it there, and basically your form is complete. You just need to go ahead and check it, double check to make sure everything is done before you submit. So let's talk about where we're going to submit it to and what are the documents we're going to be submitting along with the application form. So once your form is completed and notarized, then you also need to get your child's birth certificate. If it is a minor that you're applying for, your birth certificate, and these must be the original certificates, not photocopies. You also need to make a copy of your ID, which should also be notarized to be sent to the consulate in Miami for your processing. In addition, you must take professionally done passport size photographs to be sent in with your documents. Your payment should be made by money order. You can get those at your local grocery store. So if you are a child in the United States, you still use this application form, but you must fill out section I to say the child was born outside of Jamaica. Let's look at the steps for applying online. If you're an adult, please note that for online transactions, children are not eligible. Only adults are eligible for the online processing of the Jamaican passport. So here we have it, guys. If you have a passport that was issued in September of 2001 or after, then you can apply online for your renewal of your Jamaican passport. The steps are pretty simple. I will only show you the first stage because you do need to have specific documentation to proceed. But once you get on the website, and I'll leave the link below in the description, you basically read the instructions and you can move on. It tells you there all the supporting documents that you're going to be needing and also the payment for your processing fee. So here's the website, and as you see, there's a box that says start new application. Once you click on that, there's going to be a series of questions that you will need to answer in order to determine your eligibility to apply online for your passport renewal. Eligibility questions for online adults. Is your passport currently expired or will it expire in 1 year or less? Was your passport issued for 10 years? Does your passport number begin with the letter A? Different questions that you are to answer, and it's going to determine if you're eligible to apply online for your passport. Once you complete that section and select the answer that best describes your situation, you hit the check eligibility button. It's going to take you to the next page where you're asked to put in your first name, your middle name, last name, personal information, and you're going to be asked to start your application. Please note that it asks Please note that it asks for your current passport number and your birth certificate number, which is going to determine also if you can apply online for your passport. Another thing is, if you don't want to mail your documents in to the consulate in Miami, you can traverse there to Miami and walk up to the passport office and do your transaction there. I am not sure what the protocols are since COVID, if you have to make an appointment, but just like you could in Jamaica, go to the Jamaican passport office and get your passport documents and start the process. You can also do that in Miami, where you go to the consulate with your documents, and in that way you don't need to be worrying about your child's original birth certificate or your original documents, because there and then, once they start the process, they're going to copy your documents and give you back the originals, and you still have to wait for your passport to be sent to you. So it's up to you. You can either do it online if you're an adult, you can send them in by mail, or you can walk into the consulate in Miami to get your passport renewed. Okay, guys, that's it. That's how you renew your Jamaican passport here in the United States. There are other consulates that you can renew your passport in the United States, and I'll leave a list of those in the description box below. I spoke only about the one in Miami. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Also share, and don't forget to subscribe.